Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the intro. As you can see, I've got about 5 characters here. We'll just roll through that. I have put the most effort into my shaman. I haven't done really anything with my sorceress. Work kind of slowed down a little bit. I gotta tweak that build a little to get it going. It's not really punching the way I want it to. Yep, witch. Still in Act 2, and then kind of gave up on this guy for a while. I gotta figure that one out. But yeah, let's kick it. Alright, so I made it to maps finally. And I did a little video last week of all the bosses that I managed to record on the cruelty side of X 1 through 3 for the campaign. So this is just going to be a quick video of my current build, basic overview here. A lot of people I think are going to have very similar builds for the Ice Monk, you know, where people call them Tempest Monks. I think that's more on the lightning side, but this is mostly cold damage, ice strike, and then of course you are going to have a lot of lightning and shot going on here. So basically you're going to want to pull all the damage nodes pretty early, and that'll get you through the campaign fairly quickly. And once you get into maps, you're going to want to start hitting that evasion, I think, and that's the way I'm going. You can see down here on my ascendancy, I've gone to the avatar route, and then this top one has got all the evasion for the next 2 ascendancies. I haven't done the 3rd or 4th one yet. Yeah, we'll get there, I guess, at some point. But yeah, and you want to make sure that you're mixing up a decent amount of dexterity and int into your attribute nodes. You don't need any strength. Not that this is definitely a dex int type of character for sure. There's not a lot of strength on here. I mean, you could add it, but I don't know what you should get out of that. So that's kind of the tree in a nutshell. Taking a lot of crit, a lot of these elemental nodes up top here, and this my gear. You kind of want to stack on physical damage as much as possible and evasion, and of course try to get as much of your resistances as possible. I think I've only got the armor piece through trade. I don't remember. I've only used trade once so far in this build, and I think I gotta use some more, but I haven't been getting like a whole lot of decent currency drop as much as I'd like. I haven't been playing a ton. I mean, I do have between the 5 characters, probably, I don't know, let's look at Steam right now. It's probably gonna be an embarrassing amount. Oh yeah, just not enough. Only 146 hours. Go ahead and say 10 hours of that's probably some idle time. But yeah, I've still got a decent amount of hours. Your big hitter on this one is going to be Ice Strike. That's going to be your main thing. Unbound Avatar is the ascendancy skill that you get in there. I go through all the support gems. Yeah, charge staff, that's good for run through the maps and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, Wind Dancer, and Combat Frenzy for support. And then throwing in, I think, Ghost Dance, I threw that in there. I don't have enough spirit to run all those, so we're just sort of experimenting at this point with some of this stuff. Yeah, and then you can see Flicker Strike. That's just for entertainment purposes. And then your big nuke attack, Tempest Bell. So when you do boss fights, you're gonna get your charge build up your charges, get your charge attack, drop your Tempest Bell on the boss, and then hit your Unbound Avatar, and that's how you nuke the bosses. So, you know, it's a 1, 2, 3, you know, hit your boss, drop the charges, drop the Tempest Bell, you gotta hit 4 times, and then once you get that done, you're gonna obliterate him with the Unbound Avatar. Does pretty good damage. As long as you can keep your mana up. I'm having an issue keeping my mana full, so I don't know if maybe I'll swap some int. I need better flasks, or I'm just using it too often. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I definitely have a mana regen issue at this point with my build that I need to work on, and then movement speed. Man, I wish I gotta get some better boots because I am slow, and I think movement speed is gonna help a lot. This is the map, pretty cool. You know, unlike PoE 1, where you've got like tiered maps, you have tier waystones, and then you can go to basically any map and put that tier waystone in there. So if you have like a tier 5 off the bat, you can just start with a tier 5. It's not going to work out that way, but yeah. And then that was your Atlas skill tree. As you can see, I've only gone through the first tier 2 maps. So I've done technically 23 maps, like to get through to the Atlas skill points. I've just been chilling. I think the highest I've done is tier 5s. I haven't really gotten deep into maps yet, so you know, kind of got there and slowed down a little bit. I'm not a big fan of maps currently. Like, they're fun enough, but it's starting to see what people that have been there a while are complaining about. Like, so when you put in a waystone, you get those 6 nodes, but as soon as you die, then they all go away. So those like portals, the 6 portals that you get around for your maps, really only use if you run out of flask and you need to recharge. You can just go to the well, recharge and go back. So once you die, all those go away. And any of the like adders, like the what am I thinking of? Delirium or Breach, or if you have a boss in a map and you die in the map, then that's it. You're done. Did notice that people early on were complaining about not being able to find the rare monsters to finish out a map, because most maps you just finish out rares and you move on. And it seems like they fixed that. They put a skull on it, so you don't have to like go running around a giant map looking for one creature. It'll show you a skull on the mini map, which is helpful. Yeah, as you can see, I'm gonna do a charge. You're gonna see me run out of mana. So I don't pay attention. I get distracted or whatever, and you know, it's just not gonna get it. But yeah, pretty much obliterates everything on the map, and it's fun. This is my favorite class so far. I think it's because I've had the most success with it, probably. I started out with the mercenary. I like that, but it was a little slower than I'm used to with range. I really need to get back to the witch and sorceress, because those are just, I think like those are probably easy mode at this point with PoE 2. The warrior needs work. There's a lot of skills missing, which is a shame, because I think that the monk is fantastic, and it's melee. Like, this is what I think they talked about with melee being, you know, a more concentrated effort to make melee better than it has been in PoE, the first one, and this certainly does it. I wish warrior was at that same level. It's just not. I've seen, you know, the charge builds that people like one-shot bosses, which is crazy, but they nerfed that pretty hard, unfortunately. So it's just a slow class, and I think they could do a lot better. It doesn't have to be crazy fast like this. I don't think that's necessary, but you know, I don't know. Warrior needs help. He needs like a swirling, you know, tornado attack or something where you just spin like in Diablo. You know, what was it? Barbarian or whatever. Just easy mode Diablo 3. But that's not here or there. This is a fantastic game. I'm really enjoying it. I had 150 hours in early access. There's some games that I've had for a lot longer, not played nearly as much. I've actually been finally getting into Cyberpunk. Already beat it once, and now I'm doing it again. So it's like 70 hours in that. So I've been playing that for like the last week or so, and sort of neglecting PoE. Gotta mix it up. I think I'm going to, see how far I can get to maps before I sort of just run out of skill to get through the map. See how far we can get, sort of casually until they make it some, big changes. And I still gotta build a ranger. I haven't done ranger because I did ranger quite a bit in PoE 1. I don't think probably do it just because I really enjoyed it, but yeah, just haven't done it yet. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. Try it out. That way I've got all 6 classes under my belt. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I enjoy this. Yeah, so what you would do there is, if it survived, if you had a bigger boss, you would drop the Tempest Bell, hit your unbound avatar, then, Bob's your uncle, you're done. Try to be conservative when I'm mapping around because my resistances are not where they should be, and I get trapped still. I hate getting cornered in these maps. It's just a pain in the butt. It still happens. Like, you can roll out of it, but not perfectly every time. There's your flicker strike. It's just entertaining to use that. Yeah, and then of course I dropped the bell and really didn't need to. The dreamer provides. That's another thing. I don't really pay attention when I'm doing this stuff, so probably die more than I should. But yeah, if you're having a hard time with PoE 2 for whatever reason, I mean, I think that it is far more accessible than PoE 1. There's not quite as many systems sort of ingrained. I think the skill tree is easier to understand. It's kind of fleshed out a little more. It looks intimidating, but I think it's very simple. You want to do more damage, you want to do more, crit, whatever. It's all sort of laid out there for you. And respecking, everyone's saying respecking is expensive. It's not. You can see I got plenty of gold. Once you get to maps, gold is pretty easy to come by. And every once in a while when I level up, I'll go to the vendor and I'll buy some items and then, craft them until they're bricked and they're useless. I've only had mild success crafting things without actually destroying them and making them useless or not quite as good as what I already have. Yeah, but I've seen some other people that have gotten pretty deep into maps, they're tiers 14, 15, whatever, and they're invokers, and they're just insane. So, right now, I gotta work on my gear and building out the tree a little bit better. I think once I'm like 80, I think I'm 73 right now. To get to like level 80, we'll start moving around. I really need to get some movement speed on boots. That's like a big thing for me. I hate walking around these maps at this speed. I've got some boots that have 25, 30% movement speed, but they do not have any other attributes that I need. So, still on the hunt for those. If you're willing to trade some movement speed boots with evasion and proper resistances, shoot me a trade. I'll give you a define or something. I don't know what they're worth. So you let me know. Desperate for boots. That's it, guys. It's a build in a nutshell. Feel free to take a look and you see all the greens, all the stuff I have completed. The blue is when you get to a tower and they're radiated. If there's nothing, a little symbol over the top of a map, it means I tried it and failed. The funny thing is, I could have tried it and failed a tier 5. I can go back and try it as a tier 1, get it, but I'd be kind of wasting the effort because once you get through a certain tier, you're not really gaining anything out of it. So I have all these tier 1 waystones, hoping to go into them and get a higher tier. So that's what I've been trying to do with my Atlas skill tree, is get more maps and higher tiers. Those are the points I'm going after, trying to create some sort of sustain on the maps. But I've definitely had to buy a few. Well, guys, hope that's helpful if you're getting through the game. Check this out, slow it down, reverse it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.